For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
afternoon. Welcome here to the paddocks in round 9 of the men's RA NPL South Australia Para Hills Knights versus West Adelaide. It's the first kickoff for your Saturday afternoon. Both sides are waiting to come out from the tunnel as we have a look at the table right there. Playford and Burkella still equal top. The points slightly different, but still very similar. Starting line for both sides, a few changes, of course. Caleb Robinson having to come in for the suspended Lachlan Fusco as well. And Sana Smith, of course, scoring last week against Playford in that 8-1 defeat. So Michael Diana, Yuto Nishi both dropping down to the bench for the Knights as well. A big bounce back needed by them. We'll also have a look at the lineup for West Adelaide. Familiar faces all around in this squad. Maxim Ivanic as well, returning to the starting 11. Out the like of Keshav Shrestha, who did score last week in their 3-3 draw against Metro Stars. Not in the squad today. Of course, we look up top at the likes of Maxim Ivanic and Riley Stan. Creating a devastating forward line so far for West Adelaide. Para Hills yet to get a point so far this season. Of course, they did at a point have that point against West Torrens Burkalla after that draw earlier in the season, but of course was overturned due to paperwork issues essentially. So 0 points in bottom of the table as it stands for Para Hills. West Adelaide trying to put themselves out of the conversation for possible relegation at the moment, especially with a big win from Adelaide Comets last night against Sturt Lions. 2-1 at LJ Hooker Mylene Sports Park. Two captains, Jackson O'Donnell and Mark Oulage, going for the coin toss. Our referee for this afternoon, Christian Verdicchio, with assistant referees Mon Kardka and Joshua Britvek. As I said, the first of 4 matches to be played this afternoon. Adelaide United and Metro Stars playing at 4:15 up in the Barossa. The next one after this, but for the next 90 minutes our attention is here at Casenco Stadium in Para Hills. West Adelaide will be wearing their away navy blue strip. Para Hills in their home black and white. Certainly a big match for both sides. West Adelaide haven't won since round 4 in that 2-1 win away against Croydon. 3 draws and a loss at Coopers against Adelaide United since then is what they've had to go through. High scoring draws, the 4-4 against Campbelltown, 3-3 last week, and then that 0-0 in between against FK Big Rider, which they did face in the Cup the week after and did lose 3-0 to them. Para Hills still very much in the Cup thanks to a big win against Sturt Lions, with Adelaide Cobras coming this Tuesday here. But before Cup football, this league match to be played, and it will be West Adelaide to get us started through Alex Simopoulos. Castaneda going high for the first ball off the kickoff. And Caleb Robinson coming out early and winning a goal kick. Although they did have a heavy defeat last week, Caleb Robinson, of course, having to come in from the bench due to the red card to Lachlan Fusco. Very impressive, though, on what was his NPL debut. Here he is now with the goal kick, joined from Gawler Eagles, playing in State League 2 North last year, where he kept 4 clean sheets. And it was a very good season for Gawler. Coming over to Para Hills and has been the reserve goalkeeper, the second choice goalkeeper since the start of the season, but now giving a starting berth today. Might be tested here as West Adelaide get 4. Odenwalder. It's a good sliding challenge in to prevent any more attacking momentum. Long throw from Oldenwalder. Stam trying to win the header, unable to do so. Smopoulos just trying to get in the way. Oliveira. Nice footwork from the Brazilian. Of course, one of quite a few returning to Para Hills this afternoon. Gets that one out of the way, does Chigazawa. And a free kick given. The likes of Oliveira, Stam, Maradi, Simopoulos, all coming back to a club which they have spent time with. Even the likes of Keshav Shrestha and Karo Felix not involved this afternoon, also former Para Hills players. As the Knights get forward here. No foul, says our referee, and Banjak having to get clear. Although right back into the hands of Kai Blomley. Flag goes up for offside. Free kick for Hellers. Castaneda almost had it caught under his own feet there as Dobrovolsky hoping to go back to his goalkeeper and Jackson O'Donnell. Only the 2 clean sheets for him so far against Adelaide Comets and that 0 against FK Beograd in the league. It's a nice ball over the top down the right wing, but had a bit too much drive on it to be properly kept. Throw-in goes down the line. Just losing sight of it there was Shkosiani. Banjak tries to cut through with a pass and does do so in the Emma Vanic, keeping it in off the line. Although, I think it's the flag that's gone up for offside, I think is the decision in the end there. Robinson to take this goal kick. Goes long past the halfway line with it. Castaneda able to get the touchdown and control it. Large almost caught under pressure. Para Hills managed to wriggle their way out of it. Goes down there and it's a foul against Siani.
Guy, free yourself. Free yourself, Guy.
Chikazawa. Siani was previously winning that free kick. Caught is Chikazawa and having to go back towards Smiley McFall, who in turn, his ball going to no other player in black and white. Oliveira. Very calm in that midfield. Was injured at the start of the season, starting to come back into gameplay in a bit of form. Here's Oliveira. Here he is now on the ball. Castaneda, Stam, Oliveira. Castaneda, his ball over the top, right towards Caleb Robinson. Herrera. Offside flag goes up. Free kick. Oliveira taking. Ivanic, their top goal scorer for the season, as Ivanic goes himself into the side netting. Starting the opportunities going forward for West Adelaide, a first of the match. About 7 minutes in. Robinson, again with a long goal kick. He has that in him. Smith, trying to get on the end of that one. I'll be delighted with an early goal again this week. Just as long as their fortunes don't continue the way they did against Playford, as the flag goes up again against Cinder Harlow that time. O'Donnell. The fluorescent pink. Can't miss him, especially with the fluorescent yellow captain's armband in the goals for West Adelaide. Oliveira. 1-2 between him and Dobrovolsky. Lomeli able to keep the ball and win the throw. Young team of Para Hills Knights. Oldest player in the starting 11 this afternoon is their captain, Mark Ulage. Other than him, it's Lansana Smith and Mashashi Chikazawa at 25 years of age. Hohenwalder puts it through for Ivanic. Maybe a bit too much on it to be kept in. That is to be the case. Youngest in the 11, Thomas Iamazo, 19. Robinson, himself only 21 years of age. Ivanic trying to touch it on with the head for Stam. And Stam trying to do the same with his foot. But another goal kick, alas. It's their 27th match played in the top flight between Para Hills and West Adelaide. Of course, they have spent many years, not consecutively, but within the state leagues playing against each other. In fact, the last time these two sides met was that 2022 State League 1 Grand Final. It was a promotion playoff. It came to be in the end. We'll hold that thought for the moment here as Marco Guerrera tries to twist and turn his way through. That was well worked individually by Marco Guerrera. We're just back on that State League 1, grand final. About 4 years ago now. 4-3 West Adelaide. A Joe Gadding hat-trick. Ricardo De Silva scoring. Keshav Shrestha getting on the score sheet, but for Para Hills that evening. Ryan White also now with Adelaide United playing in that second-tier grand final, although on the losing side. It's a nice ball over the top. Had the idea to get towards Stam, but Robinson up to the task. Last time they did meet in the NPL, it was quite a while.
Maxi, central.
And Vorder's throw. Oliveira, centre back at the moment. Primarily a midfielder, at least that's what we've got to know him as over the years since he's come to South Australia with Para Hills originally. Has had time in his home country of Brazil, also Sweden. Captain the NPLSA All-Stars and scored in that match as well late last year against Adelaide United. Smith gets dispossessed by Dobrovolsky. Trying to apply the pressure is Thomas Iamazo. Stamp. Bad omen for both of these two sides. The first half is when they both tend to concede most of their goals, and Para Hills might do one there, if not for the defence of West Adelaide in that occasion. Of West Adelaide's 18 goals conceded, 10 of those have come in the first half. Para Hills 38, 20 of those have come in the first half. Only narrowly, though, of course, 18 in the second half. Golan didn't try to go himself on that occasion. Simopoulos just trying to find some sort of angle to slide that one through. Couldn't do so. Has scored great goals here in the past for Para Hills, of course, Alex Simopoulos. 23, but plenty clubs on his resume. Adelaide City, time with Melbourne Victory as a part of their team. Beograd Olympic, Adelaide City Comets. Odenwalder gets it back from the uncontested ball. That pass is a little bit loose, and as is that touch from Blomley. Simopoulos on the edge of the box, gets it taken off of him, but here's a shot coming in. Claims of a handball from Castaneda off his shot. Nothing given. That's a loose pass there. Smith able to pounce, has an option to his right, and Cinder Harley on the edge of the box. Cinder Harley striking, and it's a good block by Alex Banjak. Still with work to do here, though, West Adelaide. That's a loose pass, and nearly, if not for the poor touch of advantage, were able to launch on an attack of their own. Oliveira just trying to calm things down at the moment after that lapse in concentration. Ball over the top here for Stam. Will get there first. Will Riley Stam, and he'll chip in brilliantly. At the club of his youth, Riley Stam scoring the first in this one. And what a finish it was. His fourth of the season, Riley Stam. At his old home. Scores in the colours of his new. The run-in was pinpoint, and the finish just as so from the 21-year-old striker. Already it seems like he's been around for a while now, since that Golden Boot winning season in 2023 with Para Hills in State League 1. Had 21 goals that year for the Knights in a year in which they did get promoted and have been in since the NPL. He's been at Adelaide United, joined them right after that great season with the Knights, and then FKB grad last year. Here's another former B grad player in Ivanic getting on this one. It's a good block. Barry Hill's throw.
Look for the back press. Look for the back press. Maxie, don't jump off. Maxie, work hard.
And Sana Smith just second to it on that instance. That one's fallen through for Stam, and now Ivanic able to break through. Has Stam in the middle, looking to cut it back. Ivanic will get an opportunity of his own, maybe. Just overrunning the ball. Couldn't get his footing right. Cinder Harley has the option for the switch if he can find it. He does. Guerrera. No foul. Marco Guerrera. That one going wide. End to end for a few moments there. Harry Hills will not want to let their heads drop. It's been a very tough start to the league season for them. That cup run really keeping their spirits high, you'd imagine, at the moment. But survival important to this club, as it is for all clubs. Cinder Harley, too much on the ball for Siani. Castaneda gets it down, but doesn't find a teammate with his touch. Smith, Cinder Harley, Siani, now Smith again. Iamazo slipping and nearly missing the touch there. Ball comes in, Banjak's there first, and it'll be a free kick.
Maxie early, quickly, Riley.
Referee Christian Vidicchio just giving a bit of a talking to.
Eddie, remember your man. We don't know who the man is yet, Eddie. Who's the man? Yeah.
Good opportunity from the set piece for the Knights. Chikazawa on the free kick. Has now 6 options to aim for. We'll look for it at the back post. Smith had the darting run there, but he was already going out of play before he was even able to try and reach it. Lost opportunity there. just past 20 minutes now. Here in this third match of round 9. Chigazawa down this left wing, trying to make a run. Puts in a ball, Ansana Smith. Too much power on that one for him to be able to touch it down kindly. In all fairness to Para Hills, their first half last week against Playford, very solid. That red card and the subsequent penalty and goal before half-time really was their downfall at Ramsey Park. Robinson having to use his head there in the literal sense. Certainly can't be counted out of games at times, but it is when they concede a third or a second or third sometimes in matches when their heads drop and just tends to not go their way from that point onwards. If they're able to just keep motivation to keep going, there is results in this side. But so far on average they're conceding 4.8 goals per match so far this season. Of course not helped by the deficit last week, adding to that statistic. I only have the 4 goals in 9 matches. Marco Guerrero is still their top goal scorer with a brace in round 1 against Croydon.
Riley drop! Riley drop! For the second ball, Maxi! Hey, one head to Riley, one head to Maxi. Up!
Header won by Cinder Harley. Guerrera against Golan. Golan winning out. Olash clearing into the stand there on the far side. Are we getting that ball back? Doesn't seem so. Quarter of the way through this one. In the first half still, Riley Stam, the sole goal scorer for West Adelaide so far. That's a loose one. Siani opting to turn in a difficult position. Oulage now doing the same. West Adelaide just putting that back line under pressure of Para Hills, and Para Hills for the time being able to manage their way out of it. Switch of play, done very well. Odenwalder getting their head onto it, conceding the corner instead of letting Cinder Harley get a run on. Will be Thomas Iamazo to take the corner. Joining from Campbelltown, where he played in their reserve side. Only started the 4 matches in that competition.
Well done, Eddie. Oi, Christian, you're watching that, Christian.
Here he is with the delivery. Goes low. And he'll go right back to him in Iamazo. This one goes over the top of the back post if it's able to be reached. Miley McFall gets the final touch, but out for a goal kick instead of what he would have preferred towards goal. Oliveira, very tricky, and not something many fans want to see their centre-back doing at any time in the match, playing out from the back like that. Here's again now moved up to midfield. That's a nice ball from Castaneda. Ivanich's flick. Not on the same wavelength as his forward. Blomley. Now with Masashi Chikazawa. Played for Osaka City in the 5th tier of the Japanese divisions. Here he is with the ball in. It's not a bad one. Odenwalder again with that header on, trying to prevent the corner if he can get there. Does do so. A throw instead. Frustrated, I think, there. Is the Para Hills coaching staff. Merritt. Now Cinder Harley back to Jackson Merritt. Ball comes in from Blomley. Headed away and then cleared by Odenwalder again. Having to really defend at the moment, West Adelaide. Header away from Ulaj. Isn't kept in possession. Castaneda. His pass just that too short of Simopoulos. Golan. His turn unable to be completed. Iomazo now. Chigazawa. Ulaj. Former Adelaide Croatia Raider spreading that ball wide to Jackson Merritt. Here he is again, the Adelaide City junior. Back to Miley McFall. Has started all 9 of Para Hills League matches this year. Only played 2 in 2025 as he headers that one across his back line. Stamp. Simopoulos has the option of the wide ball and does use it. Iomazo getting in the way though. Iomazo slips on the ball. Keeps it though. Hold on from the youngster. Another switch of play. Cinder Harley will keep that one in. Puts in a ball. It's very far towards Guerrera. He gets the touchdown. Smith. Siani just assessing his options as he goes to Iomazo. Chikazawa. Lovely play from Para Hills here at the moment. If it can result in a goal, it'll be very good for them. Back with Iomazo again. Building. At this moment in time. Another ball in. Blomley's there, but his head is poor. Throw in. Odenwalder to take this throw. Of course, scored against Para Hills in the 2023 State League 1 Grand Final when he was playing for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Great Grand Final that was. Riley Stam as well for Para Hills that day, scoring a double. Oliveira getting sent off late. Cinder Harley's here though, trying to find an angle for himself. Yeah, one of the great Grand Finals that one was. Plenty of drama late on, a goal disallowed, late penalty. Side flag goes up there. It's been a while since Para Hills have actually beaten West Adelaide in any division. 10th of July 2021 was the last time. 2-1 win here at the Paddocks in round 12. Yusuf Ahmed and Yanni Nestoris scoring for the Knights. Nicholas Andre, the sole goal scorer for West. 1,764 days ago that was. Of course, haven't played each other every year since then, have sort of avoided each other by one being in the NPL or one being in State League 1. Both in the top flight this year. But as things stand, it is early in the season, of course, but two sides that are in the perhaps conversation as they sit at the near bottom of the table for relegation. Para Hills perhaps more so due to their position. Comets, again, with that big win against Sturt last night, really trying to push themselves out of here. But West Adelaide with plenty of quality in attack as they come forward here, looking for a second, trying to poke that one through. And that's a great block from Jackson Merritt, denying Maxim Ivanic from getting a goal of his own. A corner still to come, but resilient defending there. Diego Oliveira to take this corner. Scored 3 and assisted 1 last year for Para Hills in the league season. Again, another back at his old home, of which he started his South Australian life. It's a high delivery. Guerrero getting the header away. Dobrovolsky. First time cross comes in, and Robinson coming to capture. Siani plays through Ivanic and Samopoulos there. Ulaj able to communicate his ways in the end. Robinson, again, has a boot on him. Golan currently holds the statistic of being the most fouled player in the league, does Connor Golan. About 3 times per match, more than any other player at this point in time in the league season. Chikazawa, and now Iomazo pulled down there as it adjudicated by Christian Verdicchio, our referee this afternoon. Is a overcast day. Had a bit of rain earlier, but it seems that we won't get any more of that. Fingers crossed. But it is a bit on the chilly side, about 18 degrees here in Para Hills. You can spot a few on long sleeves as Cinder Harley goes forward and has a strike of his own. They have gotten a few so far. Important to, again, confidence building is what they really need at the moment. If they can get a point at least out of this game, might be the extra kickstart to their season. Again, they do have that cup run which they're currently on. Beat Sturt last round and have a reasonably favourable draw in a State League 1 side in Adelaide Cobras on Tuesday night at home. Only Adelaide City, FK Birgit and Burkalla left as NPL sides in the cup. And of course, especially with that national representation on the line, certainly is a big dangling carrot for them. We saw it with Adelaide Croatia Raiders last year, their league season perhaps disappointing, but their one game in the Australia Cup earning them plenty of recognition. Too much on that ball.
Let's go! Lock him in!
Cinder Harley caught in 3 and then gets past the 4th in Oliveira. It's well done by the winger. Was with 2 clubs last year, Playford for the first half and Croatia Raiders in the second. Only played the 3 senior matches of football. Formerly of Adelaide Olympic as well, which he was on period with the Central Coast Mariners while he was with Adelaide Olympic, and they were in the NPL at the time. Scored plenty of spectacular goals then. And only about 16 years of age then too. Isasinda Hale, 21 now. Another young player in this Para Hills team. It's a looping ball there forward. It's a great ball. Finds Ivanic. His touch maybe slightly strong, but up against Stulaj. 14 against the number 4. Ivanic loses touch with it. Sindahale just keeps it in play on the line and wins the throw. Not too long left in the half. It's another loose pass. Lansana Smith trying to pounce. Bit of a physical mismatch here, but Lansana Smith nearly getting in front of Banjak. Still going here. Siani scuffs the shot. Falls to Guerrero on the edge of the box. Sindahale trying to poke it back. Just slowly getting in options. Sindahale with a low ball down. That's a looping ball. And a looping shot towards O'Donnell, which he's able to capture easily enough. Iamazo and Murati. Murati winning out. Still going was Murati. That clearance, luckily for Para Hills, took a nice deflection for them. Robinson takes the touch and then goes through midfield. Unable to cut through, perhaps like he might have wanted in that ball. Merritt. Siani. Finds it over the top. Smith won't get to him. That's a clearance. That will be kept in. Siani. Oliveira getting his legs in the way there. No urgency to continue on play. Of course, that in West Adelaide's favour, their scoreline of being 1-0 up. Foul given. Ivanic through for Thermopolis. Laj, the one marking him. Odenwalder with the ball into the back post. Kept in. Murati trying to find the cut back towards Stam. Finds Stam in the end. Trying to wriggle his way through. Ivanic now. No one everywhere and nowhere at the same time as that shot's gone over by Gollan. Desperate stuff from both sides really there. Header on by Merritt. And it goes towards Diego Oliveira. Connor Gollan. And Volda. Gollan. At the moment, Para Hills main way forward seems to be through West Adelaide mistakes. Again, a loose pass. Lets Para Hills try and build something of their own. But their downfall, as you see there, is their own attacking nature. That one falling apart. It's not getting many chances forward at the moment, Para Hills. I mean that in general across their games. But that is the difference between perhaps a team like even West Adelaide, who they themselves don't have many opportunities forward across their league games this season so far, but they've been clinical. And that can be the difference, as you see, between a side in West Adelaide and Para Hills. They've got a forward line that's firing. It's just as important as having a strong defence sometimes. Dobrovolsky. Castaneda does find Stam wide. Ivanic has about 4 around him in white shirts. Still gets through, does Maxim Ivanic, pokes it through and gets a second, but the flag goes up and keeps the scoreline at 1. That one's very tight to O'Donnell. Lansana Smith trying to get there first. Lansana Smith! O'Donnell, very desperate from the captain and goalkeeper. And again, just as I was saying, a West Adelaide mistake, giving Para Hills ways in. Told to get back up by Verdicchio as West Adelaide move forward again. Castaneda. Out wide right, his pass short and poor. Forcing errors, perhaps. You can see Lansana Smith as he presses from the front. Just making West Adelaide make decisions that split second earlier than perhaps they'd like. And sometimes that is enough to really put off a player. It's when you're not giving them that time. Smith gets the touch on there and goes up. That's a foul. And very quick to put a halt to play as he calls that one back. Good touchdown by Stamp. And that's well defended. Blomley. Here they come again. Golan. Stam. Gets it loose. That one from distance. Robinson just palming away out for the corner. As we enter into additional time, or about to. Can't imagine there will be too much added on. Only been the goal, really, for the away side. That Runs high and headed away by Marco Guerrera. End of the first minute now. Pass right into the chest of Castaneda from Oliveira. And Smith getting it back. About 6 players back for West Adelaide, defending very much in numbers. Chikazawa. Siani turns wide. As referee looks to his watch, and that will put an end to proceedings for the first half. A solid 45 from both sides. West Adelaide, though, with the important statistic of being a goal up through Riley Stam at his former home. Certainly not an end to this match. With a lead, West Adelaide, but Para Hills very much in the fight and battle. We'll head off to a short break here. Do not go anywhere. Second 45 coming. Half-time score, Para Hills 0, West Adelaide 1.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
inside. 10 pass isn't really that great, but they still have it. Shot from distance, and that is an absolute rocket from Caelan Laird. Super sub comes on, makes it 3-0.
Cutting inside, has the strike. Hussein! That's an unbelievable goal for Hussein for his first of the club. We're only 5 minutes in here, but he's almost taken the net off.
The ball. Bucco now. Great cross-field pass to Dominic Costanzo on this side here on his left. Gets a shot in, that's goal bound, and it's gone in. Fine finish by Dominic Costanzo, making it 1-1 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And maybe no scores update in a minute here as this free kick comes in from Kasimovic, who's hit it well. Oh, Hasan Kasimovic, pick that one out. Oh, that's I've got no words, Paul. That doesn't happen very often, but that's a fine free kick.
Oh, that's a super strike. Super strike.
Might have been playing out to the path of Stella, but the end now. Corner on the break. Sia John has a shot from distance. Wow! Goal of the week! Sia John.
I think the thing that most people don't realise about being a referee is how much we train. We often train twice a week as a group. Then we have coaching sessions where we go through videos and look back at past few weeks. And then any of the outside of training stuff that we do, like our gym work and watching matches back and all that. All the extra time outside of match days are the big things for us. What makes it more than just blowing a whistle is understanding football and all the different layers of football, and then adding on top of that we then have to be impartial and understand the emotion of football, and then find that balance between understanding the emotion and then understanding the laws. I've had a few grand finals that I've been lucky to be a part of, and in those kind of games with the crowds and the energy, I can just tell that the football match that's going on is so entertaining, and that I'm lucky to have one of the best seats in the house for it.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level, and with a better level there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Still in the box, and it's another goal!
it's cold, you can wear my gloves.
Oh, it's all right. Thank you.
Penalty, Kate! Penalty up! Taxi, how quick can we get it back? Question, who will? Wednesday, who will?
Welcome back to the second half here at Casinco Stadium. 1-0 to West Adelaide at the break, courtesy of a Riley Stamp finish in the first half. But both sides very much in the mix for this second 45 of this afternoon.
Sit up, Fairley, sit up!
It's an early injury in the second period. Looks to be Cinder Harley down at the moment. Isn't in any rush to get back up. Only just been over a minute since we've started the half. Looks to be something on his left, either leg or foot. Cinder Harley. Seems that it'll be okay to continue, and it will be a free kick as well for Para Hills. Long ball over the top. O'Donnell gets the capture. This one will go over the top. Headed away by Miley McFall. Royals did make a change at the break. Michael Diana having come on, the number 8. Banjak. Chikazawa. That one headed towards us in the scaffold. Not enough to get a touch though. Dobrovolsky, his pass only towards an opposing player. Another loose one. Hills did have chances in that first half, but I did say most of them were coming from West Adelaide mistakes.
Good ball, Benji, keep it up.
Just unable to capitalise really on those opportunities they were.
Pressure, underneath.
Siani. Castaneda gets the better of him. Still chasing him down. And a free kick given. Roundabout in the corner flag for West Adelaide.
Get him starting on the 6 yard. Together.
These free kicks are always interesting ones. Because really it's just a corner taken a bit closer. I do imagine they'll set up similarly to a corner. Whipped in. Front post nearly poked on and poked in now. That one just wide. Will be a corner.
Jimmy, keeper.
Oliveira on his right boot from the corner. And swinging header over. Caleb Robinson. Take this goal kick. Hasn't had too much to do, really, in the first half. As the number one this afternoon for Para Hills. Chikazawa. Looking for Lansana Smith. Unable to get past Alexander Banjak. Again, those two, at least in the aspect of height, very different. Womerley fouled. And it's a free kick. Delivery to come in from Shkosiani. It's a low delivery, it's poor.
Support! Go down, Eddie!
Run goes back towards Miley McFall. And now all the way back to Caleb Robinson. Goulage tries to delay his pass, but is that a foul on Diner? It is from Oliveira. Blomley. Almost chips towards the left wing. Doesn't work. Ivanic with a tight touch. Stam just stays onside. Still going is Stam down the left. Right towards the byline. The final touch coming off Jackson Merritt. And a corner given.
Keep up! In front, Jimmy, in front!
Win in swinging corner. Christian Fedicchio just sorting out Any pushing and shoving in the 6-yard box and beyond. It's a very high corner. Back in by Murati. Good save by Robinson. West Adelaide still trying to make a way in. Oliveira. No fouls until there is. Looking to go quickly, but no opportunity. Going away. Long from Robinson. No handball against Cinder Harley as he didn't even know where it was. Falls there. Able to get on the end of this one. Chikazawa trying to beat Ivanic with pace. Ivanic winning with strength in the end. Rare if he can get the final touch. No, Banjak instead. Stam coming from an offside position to touch that one on. Ulash. Guerrera's touchdown not in his own favour. Chikazawa putting Conagol into the ground. 11 minutes in to this second half. Stam, I think, comes off his shoulder in the end. Happy to not let the ball touch the ground either side. Still, now it will finally meet the turf. And Cinder Harley goes on a run against Dobrovolsky. Mr. Cinder Harley getting to the byline. Does he win the corner? He does. Good work from the number 11 for Para Hills. Masashi Chikazawa to take this corner. The Japanese midfielder on it. He'll look to put this one in on his left boot. It's not a bad delivery. The header's away. Needing to be cleared. Hoping to play out from the back. Is that a foul? No. Siani. Was one of 2 goal scorers against Sturt in the Cup a week or so back. And Sana Smith scored in the league last week, of course, against Playford. Diana, he's got a goal. Although in that fixture against Burkalla, now technically hasn't gone down as so. Unfortunately for him, was a good one too. Still searching for a second, West Adelaide. That one's gotten away by Mark Ulaj. There's O'Donnell with it now. Of course, we'll be wanting that clean sheet. Robinson again out of his box, needing to think quick. No clean sheet for him this afternoon, of course. Chikazawa. Siani. That one booted away. Again, Stamp. Goes infield towards Diego. Slides it through. Looks for the cutback across goal, and that one's kept out somehow. It's just able to be gotten rid of at the right moment.
Start to poke. Start to poke. Together, Maxi, hold it down.
Long throw. Ivanic flicking it on with his head. Smith. That's well done by Lansana Smith. Diana. No foul on the young midfielder.
Central, leave it to Ali. Ollie, central, now. Leave it to Ali. Yes, Marcel, stay here. Maxi! Ollie, spin.
Goes all the way through. Kulash. Chikazawa. Infield to Lansana Smith. Has the option of Chikazawa again. Instead, Smith tried to turn in on his own. Guerrera, that one cleared out. A corner for Para Hills. Most definitely not out of this contest, the home side. Chikazawa on this corner once again. At the back post, the header's in! An equaliser for Para Hills! In the 62nd minute, they find a way back in it. And it's their captain, in Mark Ulaj, at the back post to thump it home, which has us level for the final half an hour. Certainly deserved by Para Hills. West Adelaide not capitalising on their own chances and have been made to pay. Of course, you do look at the league table, you would think West Adelaide and both Para Hills see this as a winnable fixture for the both of them as they sit towards that bottom of the table. We'll have a quick look at the league table as it stands. Para Hills bottom with the 1 point at the moment. Comets just in front of them on 4. And then West Adelaide in 10th with 10 points. A 6-point gap to the relegation zone. And Adelaide Comets, but Para Hills needing to keep themselves within reach of at least Adelaide Comets for the time being. Adelaide United and Metro Stars also underway up in the Barossa. And later on as well, Croydon against FK Beograd. And Adelaide City against Campbelltown at 7 p.m. This one's fallen through for Cinder Harley. His touch, not sure if he got much of one, to be honest. It's a high ball that will go right out.
Central.
Castaneda, former Metro Stars and South Hobart player in midfield for West Adelaide is Castaneda, 26 years of age. Has experience with A-League sides, won the National Youth League with the Brisbane Roar back in 2019. Also a under-16 international with Australia. Time also in Tasmania, as I said. The Norkie Knights, also Magpie Crusaders as well. Another Lansana Smith. Not too many options in the box to find something. Well, they might find a different one here. In the centre, Guerrero able to get the final touch. Doesn't win the corner. They're putting on the pressure at Para Hills. West Adelaide only just able to cope with it. They do have possible changes on the bench. The likes of Luca Fabrizio has started 3 times in the league so far this season. Siddiqui Dukouli as well up front. Marco Grelli. Oliver Birkin perhaps looking for a first match at senior level for West Adelaide since moving from Aubrey Vista last year. Has only been playing for their reserve so far. Ivanic. Thrown on the far side for West Adelaide. Ivanic. Back with it again. No foul on Maxim. Only scored the 7 goals, I do say only, with FK Beograd last year, mainly in a role off the bench, only started 5 times for Beograd. Started all but 1, which was last week. Has scored 5, assisted 2. On track to go further than his goal scoring last year. Him and Stam as a combination. I'm sure FK Beograd will be wondering why it didn't work out for them. Of course, both with the club last year and playing together, just not as effectively as they have been so far in 2026 with the now newly promoted West Adelaide. Just building. Just over 20 minutes left. That's a ball in. And that's a ball out. Slight pull from Chikazawa, and Maxim Ivanic just getting the brunt of that. No foul, though, from our referee Vidicchio on Maxim Ivanic. O'Donnell just happily to take his time before picking the ball up. That's a nice one for Stam to get onto. Goes first time. Ends up being a pull across the box. Able to be held and shielded by Jackson Merritt. And down to the ground. Gets the receiving of a foul and a free kick for him. Westdale looked to be rating a double substitution. Luca Fabrizio and Marco Grelli to come on. Fabrizio on and off sort of starting at the moment, as is Grelli. Sixth match of the season for Fabrizio. A ninth for Grelli, has taken part in all of their league fixtures so far this season. Coming off looks to be Alex Simopoulos and Eduardo Castaneda, it seems, on that far side. Chikazawa ends up keeping it now. Couldn't get through with that one. Good Blomley. 4 back now, 5 for Para Hills. It's not a bad idea from Stam. Just had no real teammates in that area, but Golan wins the free kick in a decent enough position if they do wish to go direct. Maybe a little bit far out, but we did see what Diego Oliveira did a week back. And I'm sure he'd be looking to do something similar, if not the same again. He delivers this one in. Headed towards goal, captured by Caleb Robinson. That's a poor throw from Robinson. He's perhaps first of the match, I think. Nothing sticking at the moment, really, for either side. They're trying to string some passes together, but just struggling to do so. That ball, went out apparently, and will still be a goal kick for Robinson, but he caught it after it went out.
Corner 16.
One by Oliveira, then by Guerrera. That's lovely work by Diego Oliveira. Could be an assist if Riley Stamp converts. Good save by Robinson. Still they build. Fabrizio finds himself in the forward line. Luca Fabrizio goes himself. Whistles past that post. But a good build from the Hellas. Just over 15 minutes left for either side to get one back in front. Guerrera, Smith, Lansana Smith going on a run of his own. Trying to cut and turn. Throw in to come out of that. Smith is fouled. Wins a free kick.
Riley, quick.
Chikazawa puts a ball in. Cleared back towards Connor Gollan. And his goes right back towards Chikazawa. Just gets a touch on it, does Miley McFall. And Chikazawa fouls Marco Grelli there.
Get him in his fucking box. Christian, get him in his box. Christian, make sure he's in his fucking box.
Firm words from our referee towards Ali Reyes Maradi. And after all that, we'll continue. Doesn't get the touch, does Maradi on that one. Header on by Guerrera. And Smith trying to poke it on. There are many options in there, although that one falling down. Can he keep this one in play? Does do so and plays it right down the line. Ivanic his ball back into midfield with Fabrizio and he'll switch the play wide. Ivanic. Fabrizio. One back by Cinder Harley. The foul there is Parahills. Their free kick. Fabrizio winning that one, and then they get forward again. Connor Gollan has Stam as an option in front, uses Ivanic out on the right. His ball comes in, misses the strike. Stam just lurking. A bit of a mess in all honesty near the penalty spot. Oulage playing his way out of it. Right back into the feet of West Adelaide. Oliveira finds a decent enough ball. Robinson capturing and launching Guerrero. Not too sure of the idea there. Fabrizio. Nice and short to Maradi. And that one goes wide. Trying to find the angle to find the ball back in. Adelaide United 1-0 up against Metro Stars up in Barossa. That one only about 15-20 minutes in. As there's a player down on the far side for Parahills. Actually one for each. Oliveira and Merritt, the two now returning back to their feet. Throw in, bobbles between two heads. Smith comes off the back of the heel of Cinder Harley there. Keeps it in the end of Cinder Harley. And that one's high, perhaps to just relieve pressure. Only for a few seconds. Missed initially by Miley McFall, and then a second. Smith able to get his feet there first. And Sana Smith trying to use his pace to burst through too. have a player down behind play. Connor Golan now, Mark Ulage. Sweeps and puts away. Another long ball which gives Marco Guerrera an opportunity to chase down. Guerrera, again, only with that 2 in round 1, and commits the foul there to stop them from going forward. Substitution, a double substitution, in fact, for Para Hills. Samuel Adejo and Yuto Nishi to come on. Shko Siani. And also Lansana Smith coming off. Yes. West Adelaide also doing one of their own. It will be Socrates Sankari in his second senior match of the year, that is. Played his first last week against Metro Stars. Yuto Nishi, one of those Para Hills substitution, another Japanese player. One of the oldest in the squad at 29. Joins from playing in Mongolia. Has also played in the Slovakian 3rd tier and in the Montenegro 2nd tier as well. Not the most regular places you'd see in a footballer's resume, but I'm sure plenty of stories out of those experiences for Yuto Nishi. Certainly still plenty left in this from both sides, both wanting points. And I'm sure they won't want to share them. Dijo. And a similar role to what Lansana Smith was doing, just trying to put on that pressure from the front. Miley McFall clearing far. And over. No, stayed in. Ball's going to go over the other fence. Long throw. Cleared. That's a late one from Masashi Chikazawa. Just on the heels of Riley's stamp. No booking though, just the free kick.
Maxi, get in the ball. One in front, one behind.
Diego Oliveira to deliver this one in. Swinging in and cleared away. O'Donnell opting not to come back. Instead, Dobrovolsky will go back to his goalkeeper. That header on by Maradi to only out of play. Fulash. Merritt. Into Harley, caught in his own area. Robinson goes first time and long. Adijo. Oliveira. Comes off Stam in the end. Fabrizio, his turn failing. And a late clip on Chikazawa leads to a free kick again.
Come on, Riley, give it everything.
Blomley to deliver this free kick. About 5 minutes left in regular time. Goes right to the far side. A header back in. Cleared away by Dobrovolsky. Chikazawa winning that one. Strong but fair collision in the eyes of our referee. Guerrera loses it against Murati. That one not kept in. Marco Guerrero just currently floor doing his shoelaces, but in play. Stern words from both sides. Again, a big match for both of these sides in a bid to make sure they stay up in the league. In the grand scheme of things, this point in time looking much more difficult for Para Hills than West Adelaide, but still, any point comes a long way. Not even halfway through the season yet. And certainly plenty of implications already being looked at for sides all around the league. Header from Ulaj. No real direction on it though. Chikazawa. Guerrera. Pass just enough on it. Well done by Nishi. He goes back to Jackson Merritt. Junior of Adelaide City. Only scored the one goal last year back in round 8 against his former side of his youth. That one's fallen through for Guerrera here. Unselfishly from him, the header away from goal by Cinder Harley. Michael Guerrero maybe could have been a bit more selfish going towards goal there. Only has his two, as I've said before. That one couldn't be kept in. About a minute and a half left of regular time. Up to the referee as to how long we have added on to that. Caught in possession there. Getting lucky perhaps. And just delaying the play, but there's... Either side isn't really in a position to be wasting time this late on in the match, really. Again, I can't imagine either side would be happy with just the point. Both have been good. Para Hills perhaps not being clinical, but West Adelaide giving up plenty of mistakes. Some good defending and goalkeeping from Caleb Robinson as well as certainly kept things well. Touchdown from Chikazawa goes directly into the path of Riley Stamp. Murati. Grelly gets a touch through. That one over the top. Foulage's header not too clean. Fabrizio. As we enter additional time now. Completely up to our referee, Christian Verdicchio, as to how much longer we have added on. Nishi, now Guerrera in a bit of space. Marco Guerrera looks to go himself. O'Donnell makes the save well enough. Was behind. Good challenge. In by Chikazawa. And Chikazawa goes down with cramp as well.
Have the extra time, Christian. We'll have the extra time, please. It depends who the referee is, Christian. Last week it was 6 minutes.
Throw in for West Adelaide now as we resume play. We're ready to take it. Chikazawa now with a throw of his own. Sindahale's throw right out of play. Touch on by Fabrizio and then cleared high into the air by Blomley. DJ with the touchdown, although not kept. Grelly. Fabrizio. Stam, I think, just had his toes stood on there. Still able to try and get his way forward, but cut out. Sindahale up against Oliveira. Still going is Sindahale. He gets the final touch, and it will be a West Adelaide throw. Desperate times now. Not long left. We're into about the 3rd minute of added time. Again, as to no real indication of how long is to be added on. Ivanic. Now it's Sangari. Tried to put in a ball, but took a deflection. Guerrera now. One back by Sangari. Stamp. Fabrizio. Foulage clearing. Still going here as they look forward, perhaps one last opportunity of the match. Adejo putting in a desperate lunging challenge there. And that is where the full-time whistle is blown. 1-1 between Para Hills and West Adelaide. A fair reflection of the way the 90 has went. A tough match. Both sides needing a result. Neither of them really getting what they hoped for. But still plenty more football to go in this season. Just one page in the story, of which will be written right up until September. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have your company this afternoon here in Para Hills. Full-time score is Para Hills Knights 1, West Adelaide 1.